Hello and welcome everyone. I'm A Squared Gamer, and we have a surprise stream today. Another day of Crusader Kings 3. It's going to be a quick and short one. I just wanted to give a quick stream for Independence Day weekend here in the United States. I'm sure a lot of people are out celebrating cookouts, barbecues, setting off fireworks, whether legally or illegally. I figured I'll just put my 2 cents into the entertainment ring in case, you're hanging out at home, want something to watch. And so I'm going to give you a quick stream, about an hour, maybe a little more than that. And then we will all separate and go do our own separate things. So for now, let's lower the volume on this a little. Let's continue from our previous save. If you would like to see what happened last time, the stream is uploaded onto my YouTube channel. You can catch that at the same tag as my Twitch channel. It's at A Squared Gamer on Twitch and YouTube. All of the previous streams are also uploaded onto my YouTube channel, so check it out there. And if you'd like, I also have an Instagram, same tag as the Twitch and YouTube, at A Squared Gamer. So you can check me out there as well. I post when I'm going live. Like today, which is a surprise stream, because usually I only stream Mondays and Tuesdays. But I did miss this past Tuesday, and so I figured for the holiday weekend, might as well give you guys an extra stream here. But if you were only going by the schedule, you're probably going to miss this stream. So that's why I recommend following me on my Instagram. Or you can follow me on my Twitch. I post when I'm going live there as well. But the Twitch is at A Squared GMR, because A Squared Gamer was taken. So yeah, give me a follow if you'd like. I'd appreciate it. Otherwise, let's get right into the gameplay. We don't have much time today, so I have to remember what I was doing. We just expanded. We are very close to creating our own kingdom. However, I'm currently at war, so I cannot select this option. And the reason I haven't created a new kingdom already is because the more pieces of land that are part of my kingdom when I first create it, the better. Because all the pieces of land that are part of my kingdom when I first create it become de jure part of my kingdom. Which means that if I lose them at some point in the future, I'll have a claim on that land for as long as I hold the kingdom. And so I want to subsume as much land as possible. I did end up splitting Ooh. But we are in truce now because I just won a war against them, correct? Truce. Yeah, we're at truce with Ooh. Because I just took all of this land from them. Yeah, so what is the war that I'm currently fighting? Oh, I'm subjugating this large piece of land because I want this to be part of my new kingdom. Because the goal is, once I create the kingdom, these are the different kingdom titles. I currently have the kingdom of Amdo is what I'm going to create. But it's going to expand all the way over here. But the goal is, the long-term goal of this playthrough is to create the Empire of Tibet. And you can see it's really big. And if I do create it, you can see Guge here is a part of that. Although this little part of Guge I didn't even notice was here. Is that part of the Empire of Tibet? Shift E for Empire titles. Okay, so let me put my mouse there. Shift E. No, it's just barely outside Tibet. It's part of Rajasthan. Either way, it's going to be mine. As soon as I win this war, these guys only have 600 soldiers. Is that correct? No, they have an ally, so they have 1,200. I have 1,700, so I should be able to take them out. Currently, I am sieging. The siege is going to take 9 months. Am I scheming? I am not. I am above my domain limit. Kozahoma is part of the petty kingdom of Konyi, which I currently have. And so, if I look at succession, who is going to actually inherit that once I die? Mutik is going to get the petty kingdom of Konyi and Kozahoma and Garko. I don't like that because Mutik currently had Sang. And I want to give him Kagar as well. And Sang is a foreign territory. She is currently the ruler, but he's married to her, and his children are the primary heirs. So this one is delicate, and then they just had another prince. He's also delicate. It sort of looks like what I did was banish the delicate part of the delicate branch of my family tree to a different kingdom. Sort of what it looks like I did. Oh well. Yeah, so I'm going to keep Kozahoma, and then once I get Kagar, I will give it to him, and then I will maneuver my succession. Okay, we're back. Refresh. If anything is messed up, but we are back. I don't usually stream this early, so I don't know what the internet connectivity looks like at this time of day. Hopefully that took a little longer than it usually does, so hopefully the internet isn't worse at this time of day. Because this is a short stream, so let's hope we don't have too many issues. But what I was saying before the stream went down was that because of the Know Thyself perk, the game gives me a warning when I'm 1 year away from death. And so I haven't gotten that warning yet, so I don't need my succession to be 100% clarified and ironed out, to use an expression. I can wait for now because I still have at the very least 1 year to sort all this stuff out. For now though, let's let this siege happen. I have 8 messages. Okay. My allies aren't that powerful, so there's no point in calling them. 7 months left on the siege. My granddaughter just became an adult. Is that what happened? Now she can marry. She is intelligent. And so if we can marry her to someone else who's intelligent, their children are guaranteed to be intelligent. And it might even intensify into genius. So let's find her an intelligent spouse. Oh, this guy is perfect. He's just about her age. And they're both... Oh, no, they're not both trusting. Never mind. This guy is perfect because he's exactly her age. And they're both generous. She's honest and gregarious. Wow, he is calm and just. Yeah, this guy looks like he might be it. His father has a position. He only has 70 soldiers. Okay, so it's just, I think, a little city. And even then, this is the second son. The first son was a dwarf. The third son didn't have any traits, and the second son, ended up being intelligent. But neither of their parents are intelligent. The dad is a dwarf, so that's where the son got it from. But yeah, he looks like the best. Let me just sort by some of our skills just to see if I'm missing anything. The channel here is really good. Marsimha here. They're both... No, they're not both calm. Never mind then. Oh, he's naked. Why? Never mind then. It's probably to do with his faith and he's zealous, so I probably won't be able to convert him, so I don't want to deal with him. And Lakshman is here. So he's not too low when you sort by some of our skills. 16 characters and he's in the top half. So it's not... Yep, not too bad. Ooh, this kid would have been perfect because he's intelligent and also fecund, but he's only 4 years old. So I will save him. He's the son of the leader. But he's not the oldest son. The daughter is quick and fecund. Okay, this is a good family. What does the father look like? The father is intelligent. The mother is fecund. So that's why. So let me pin all of them because they all look like good. Not this one, but this one. They look like good choices to marry into my family. So I'll just put a pin on both of them. And I'll marry my granddaughter here. To, where is he? Lakshman. Matrilineally, so that he'll come to us. And because they're both intelligent, the children are guaranteed to have that trait, and it might intensify into genius. So send the proposal. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. But now that I have sent that proposal, let me unpause real quick. My son Zappa's educator died. So Lecky's dead. That marriage went through. Excellent. This guy can demand payment. He only has 1 gold. So even though it's a strong hook and I can use it again in 5 years, I will wait until he collects a little more gold. It's not worth it right now at the moment. Okay. So Zappa needs a guardian because his guardian just died. Zappa is betrothed. Oh, yes. She's one of my vassals. Her house has 7 members. Her grandfather's still alive. Okay. Yeah. So that's to take over that county into our household. That's why they're betrothed. Because she doesn't have any traits. Then again, he doesn't either. But for now, stewardship, let's give him a new stewardship teacher. Putalabai looks good. Yep, she would be the best. Is she married? Because she's robust. Is her husband robust? He's not. Oh, but I think I used him to marry her into my court. I don't think she was part of my court before. Either way, she's going to be the stewardship teacher for my youngest son. And that makes her like me. Because she's guarding my relative. And now my granddaughter, Deki. She is quick. And she doesn't need a spouse. What she needs is an educator. She's currently also stewardship focused, but the last lady is no longer available, probably because she's teaching 2 kids already. So Mahipata will be her educator. Send the proposal. Now he likes me more because he's been a guardian to one of my relatives. And while we're at it, let's just make sure there are no other children who need education. And it looks like there are 3 of the 4 need education. So let's start with my 3 granddaughters, all similar in age. Let's start with Atak. She is curious, diplomacy, and learning. So she's a base 0 in diplomacy. Base 1, base 2, base 2, base 2 in learning. Base 0 in prowess. So let's have her focus on learning. Learning education. Oh, this is the one that needs... No, she doesn't need a son. It's her other sister, Senma, who needs a son. Or else they're gonna lose this city. He needs a male heir to pass the city down to. Either way, let's go back to Attack. She is learning education, so now she needs a learning educator. Who has the best learning? My doctor, Naya Nadevi. However, she's got really bad other stats. 0 in diplomacy, 4 in 1. All of them are terrible. The only one that's not terrible is Marshall, which is poor. Same with Guanqi, who has 24 learning. But it looks like, yeah, if you want good other stats, you're not going to get a good learning stat. That's unfortunate. I'm a great learning teacher, but I already have my hands full. And so let's go with my doctor, Naya Nadevi. She can teach learning. And now my doctor likes me more because she's been a guardian to my relative. And now we need Pendon to be educated. She is charming, diplomacy and intrigue. Her diplomacy is base 1, then base 2 for Marshall, base 0, base 2 for intrigue, base 0, base 0. So diplomacy and intrigue. She's a base 1 in diplomacy, base 2 intrigue. So she will be an intrigue. Her father is Zenji. Her education will be intrigue. And her educator will be... We have plenty of intrigue characters. Sering has a higher intrigue stat at 29. However, her learning is only 3. And learning does play a factor in education. And so Ananta, who is 1 lower at 28 intrigue, has 9 learning. So the way you calculate it, at least from what I've been told, is you take half of your learning stat and add it onto whatever stat you're teaching. And so for Sering, her 29 intrigue would be added to 1.5 learning, which is half of 3. And that would give her a 30.5 intrigue score, education score. Meanwhile, Nanta with a 9 in learning, that half of that would be 4.5, added to 28, that's 32.5. So he has a 32.5 teaching score. So compared to her 30.5, Ananta is better at teaching intrigue. And that is how that is calculated. However, if you keep going, Sumnang, my player heir, has a 25 intrigue, which is 3 lower, but he's got 11 learning, so half of that would be 5.5. So his teaching stat would be 30.5, same as Sering's. However, if Ananta did not exist, I would choose my player heir because their other stats, which do come into play a little bit when you're teaching someone, Sumnang has much better other stats than Sering. But none of that matters because Ananta is a much better intrigue teacher, so we'll go with Ananta. Send that proposal, and then he should like me more because he's a guardian of my relative. Gained up to 15 opinion, but he gets 5 per month, so it'll take 3 months for that plus 15 to go into effect. And now, if I remember correctly, there should be one more child that needs education. Liwer. She is the daughter of my player heir. She has no traits. Ooh, none of my player heirs' daughters have traits. That's because I married her for the alliance, not for the traits. And he himself is only quick. And so what I need, Diki here, the oldest. Oh no, not Diki. Sachin, who's 4 years old. Can be betrothed to Liwer, who's 3. Let me see. Martial and stewardship for a bossy personality. As a woman, her martial will be useless in the future. And so they're both base 1, so that's good. She can focus on stewardship instead. Stewardship education. Find her a stewardship educator. Mahipata will be it. And he gets another plus 15 opinion of me, because he's teaching 2 of my granddaughters. And now Liwer, I will arrange a marriage to Sachin. Let's start with Sachin. Arrange a marriage with him, and then he can marry... He cannot marry Liwer. That's weird. But he can marry Pendant and Attack. I would have liked to marry him into the line of my player heir. Zenji and this is my daughter. My daughter's daughter. Zenji will get what when he dies? What does he currently have? He currently has nothing. What will he get when I die? Oh, he gets the least. So he's my youngest. Well, not my youngest, but the youngest who will receive any land. Let's go with Pendant then. Or not Pendant, Attack. My daughter's daughter. Let's try and get some good traits there. Because he is intelligent as well. So their children will be intelligent. Guaranteed. It might intensify into genius. But he's also fecund. So they're guaranteed to have a bunch of children. And their children might inherit the fecund trait as well. So let's make it matrilineal. So that he'll come to us. And of course the chance of children are high. After they get married. They're not old enough to marry yet. But we will send that proposal, and then that is something to worry about in the future. For now, no more children need educating. Sachin can be unpinned, and now we can worry about Gedan here. She needs a husband. Oh, he's already considering... Where am I? Okay, so that proposal went through. Now Gedan. Should I marry her to me? No. But I really cannot marry her to anyone else. Oh, I think I don't have any more sons or grandsons. So let's clear this for now. I'll keep her pinned. Hopefully she doesn't get married. She's already 15, so it's a possibility. But yeah, all of my sons are married. And then that means my grandsons are also either betrothed. Let me see. He has no sons. He has one son, but the son's only two. Mutik has two sons, but they're not in my court, so I cannot do anything for them. Timinrong has one son who's 10. Why can I not engage him to Geddon? Oh, it's because I have intelligent here. That's what screwed me up. Hold on, let's try this again. Let's go with Geddon. I forgot that I had that. And then let's arrange a marriage with her. And now there are a bunch of people. Now if I sort this by dynasty and put my house, there it is. All of my grandsons. She is zealous, which I don't like. But callous and impatient. Meanwhile, this guy is patient. So they do not mix at all. That is unfortunate. Oh, but I can marry her into Tsang, so that's nice to know. But yeah, even if they're not compatible, I'll still marry them. Because this guy is homosexual. So whoever he marries needs to be very fertile. Because they need to be able to have, you know, what's it called? One shot wonders? One hit wonders. Because they need to be able to get pregnant just by sleeping together once. So we will set up this marriage, send the proposal. She is 5 years older, so there's a possibility that she might cheat on him. Or that she might have sex out of wedlock with someone else before they get married. Because she is going to have to wait 5 years after becoming an adult before the marriage goes through. But these traits are way too good to pass up. So let's send that proposal. If I were to pass away soon, I would not do that, and instead I would wait, and then I would take over my next character, and I would marry her as my secondary wife. Because that's how good these traits are. But unfortunately, I'm still more than 1 year away from death, because I haven't received the warning yet. And so we will set that marriage up, and now this siege is 4 months away from being completed. Okay, this proposal went through, so no longer have to pin her. Bleeding out. I'm inspecting the barracks infirmary when a severely injured soldier is brought in. He is losing too much blood. Where is the physician? Nayana Devi is nowhere to be found. A chill runs down my spine. I might be this man's only hope. Suddenly, as if she stepped out of thin air, my wife Mahila Sonam is at my side. She rolls up her sleeves and looks at me. So this guy, it has 11 prowess and 9 martial. He is not worth it. So it's a 100% chance that I can do it myself. Oh no, that we do it together with my wife. Learning challenge is a 100% chance I succeed. He joins my court and I get a strong hook. Or I try it myself, my wife is insulted and loses 10 opinion of me. And it's only a 92% chance I actually save him. The only reason I would do this one is because I get 250 more learning lifestyle. By doing it myself. I get 300 myself and 50 when I share and we do it together. Or I can let him bleed. And my wife becomes my rival. And she's also already my soulmate. So that would be a no. So yeah, let's do it together. Guarantee the 50. Or do I want to take the 92% chance? She will lose 10 opinion of me. But she's already at 100. She's probably over 100. It's just capped at 100. And this guy's not good enough that I don't care if he dies. So let's do it myself and risk it to try and get the extra 250 experience. Step back. This is my patient. And it worked. And I got a new learning perk. And that was why I did it. My patient screams and thrashes. Even though 3 grown men weigh him down, every step of the way is a battle. But my knowledge does not fail me, and my hands remain steady. I'm not sure how I managed, but in the end, it seems like the soldier will live. His comrades pat my back, decorum lost to relief. Thank you, my lord. We would have lost Namdetsen without you. Okay, so I saved a life today. I gained a perk. Now I can get whole of body, medium health boost. Stress gains are 20% less bad. Let's unlock that. And then do we want to remain here? Learn on the job. 20% of counselor's primary skills added to your own. You can buy claim interaction. Okay, yeah, this is really good. Let's stay in the scholar tree. No need to go to somewhere else. Yeah, I don't really need anything else from intrigue. I could go back to diplomacy. Increases my prestige. And then this one. This is more of a variety of what you can do. However, intrigue is my best stat, always has been, and I've pretty much done everything I wanted here. I've been a wanderer, so that's why I got this. And then learning is my second best stat, and I've pretty much gotten most of what I wanted here. I guess I could go for scholar. And then if I'm still alive when I get scholar, then I'll go into diplomacy, because it is my third best stat. I'm never going to do anything in martial or in stewardship. But that's all set. The siege still has 3 months left. I see this little army here is wandering around. I want to take them out as soon as I finish this siege. I've been corresponding with the Chancellor, and I must say I have come to see you in a new light. Okay, so this guy gained 30 opinion of me for 5 years thanks to my Chancellor. I murdered his family. Okay. Did you have a previous spouse? Who's your family? Oh yeah, I definitely killed all of your children. Yeah, from your previous spouse. Because I had a problem with her. Because I had a problem with her. Yeah. Okay. So I killed all of his children. And somehow my Chancellor made him like me or hate me a little less. Your silver tongue is definitely shining. So the siege has 2 months left. Someone else. Okay, I get this all the time because I'm paranoid and I'm a coward. Yeah, so my paranoia makes it so that whenever my wife decides not to spend every waking moment of her day with me, I think she's cheating on me with someone else. And so I can confront her, or because my intrigue is so high, I investigate myself, and it's always a 100% chance of success. I could start a find secret task in my court. or I could trust her, which I would never do because I'm paranoid. And so I will investigate myself. 100% chance that if something is happening, I will find out. And if she's innocent, I will find out. So investigate this myself. And she's innocent, of course. They always are. I'm just paranoid. And these guys came to try and break the siege. This guy was swayed by 25, so I no longer have to sway him anymore. I can abandon that scheme. And then let's look at my court positions. My doctor's at 100. My bodyguard's at 49. So let's look at my consul. My chancellor is at 39. So let's sway my bodyguard first, because bodyguards can be used in schemes against you. So we will sway my personal champion, maybe? What does the personal champion do? A personal champion is a skilled and deadly fighter that can represent their liege in duels. Okay, so I don't need him to like me. My bodyguard, however, definitely needs to like me. So let's sway him. Very easy. Start the scheme. There it is. And now this battle has started because they're trying to stop me from sieging this place. And also, their second army is also coming in to try and reinforce. But I think they might be too late by the time they arrive, because I have a plus advantage and I outnumber them 2-1. So by the time they arrive, I might have already wiped this current army out. So the battle will probably be over. Oh no, they joined in and I still have the advantage, but the reinforcements made me lose because they outnumbered me. That is weird. They shouldn't outnumber me. But I lost this battle. Okay, so apparently Nangse, who's also my granddaughter, spit in my granddaughter Sangye's food during dinner a few nights ago. You're a sow, Sangye screams. But you're a witch, Nangse screams back. Sangye has been fighting with Nangse every day since. Not a minute goes by without her plotting some sort of petty revenge. So she gained the trait Vengeful. You will have your revenge in time. Keeps that trait, or I can change her trait because I'm her guardian. Vengeance is a dish best served indirectly, and she goes from vengeful to deceitful. She is an intrigue student. Vengeful gives you -2 to diplomacy, but +2 to intrigue. While deceitful gives you +4 to intrigue, and still the same -2 to diplomacy. So yeah, it reduces some of the other bonuses, but it gives you +2 more to intrigue. While deceitful is sinful to my religion, and vengeful is not. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. I think her being vengeful is fine. It's not worth it. There are a lot of negatives that come with deceitful that is not worth getting rid of the vengeful trait just for an extra +2 to intrigue. I could make her calm, tell her to turn the other cheek. And that is a virtue. So actually being calm is much better. She does lose 1 to intrigue because calm only gives her +1, but diplomacy is also a +1, so she gains 3 diplomacy over the other 2 options while only losing 1 intrigue. And it's also a virtue, so more people will like her. I think I want her to be calm instead. So just turn the other cheek, my girl. And that stressed me out. It was a critical stress break. So now I'm at 116. Meanwhile, for some reason, I'm losing this battle. I don't quite understand why. Their reinforcements came in clutch for them. Okay, so I lost legitimacy because of that loss, and my legitimacy level went down to level 3. It was at level 4. So that's unfortunate. But how many soldiers do they have? 1,400. How did I lose that? I don't quite understand how I lost that war. But there I go retreating. Let's see. I only lost 450. They only lost 279. So there weren't many major losses. My pikemen countered by their mountaineers. I think that's where I lost it. Let me see here. One of my champions was wounded. Wait, why do I only have 3 champions? It's fine that he was wounded though, because he's part of that family that I killed a lot. So he's at minus 100. Because I murdered a bunch of his family members. So if he dies, I'm happy. But why were there only 3 knights and 4 champions involved in that fight? I think there's a problem there in my military. I should have 8. Who can marry? Why can they marry? Pungse is my second son. He's already married to her, but she has no traits, even though they have 1 child. While Pungse here, who's this one from? Oh, she was intelligent, he was intelligent. So then I married him to her, who has no traits. Why did I marry them then? I think he married her himself. Oh, no, because she holds the city of Jibde. So I want that city for myself. And then, but I don't think that's how it works. And then I betrothed her to him because she's also intelligent, so that they can have more intelligent children. And it does give me an alliance with this guy, but it's not really worth it. It's only 300 soldiers. That's excellent. Now they are engaged. Or not married. They were engaged. Now they're married. And I am stressed out, so should I lose stress now or should I not worry about it? It's only 100, so I don't think I'll worry about it. Let's instead regroup my army. Someone's trying to kill Songne. Are these guys sieging? They are. That'll take 6 months. My army has regrouped. Let's send them all the way over here. Now you go through my territory. Hopefully they can resupply and rearm. Get some more soldiers back while they're traveling through my territory. And then we can fight this army again. Try and see if we can stop them before they unsiege. Meanwhile, the pedagogy perk has given Sangye 1 increase to 1 in her martial. So that's nice. It also gave Deacon increase to 1 in her diplomacy. And that's really nice, because I think that's her focus. Yes, it is. Meanwhile, Sangye has an intrigue focus. And my army is slowly being refilled. We're up to 1,300 soldiers now. The siege still has 3 months to go, so I think we might be able to interrupt it. We're up to 1,400 soldiers now. Peasant faction in Kozohoma. That's not good. I have 80 control there, but they have minus 40 opinion of me because of an offensive war. Okay, this is, I think, easy to fix. My marshal is currently organizing army, so to reduce the cost of having my army up and running, instead I can have him increase control and have him focus on Kozohoma. Ooh, I didn't realize. Yeah, because we've been fighting so much, there are a lot of places that need more control. Yeah, he can focus on Kozohoma. It'll take him 19 months. And then that faction should dissolve in 19 months. But we were losing 1 gold per month. Let's go to Organized Army. We're losing 1.4 gold per month. If I have him now instead focus on increasing control, no longer organizing the army, now we're losing 3 gold per month. More than double. But I have enough gold to take that hit. And I will, to prevent this peasant faction. Just making sure we're only peasants and that they didn't have any noble backers. It doesn't look like they do. So now let's focus here. No, he can go to Aso. And then this siege, 2 weeks. I don't think I'll make it in time. Now it'll take me 22 days. So I don't think I'll make it in time before the siege ends, because the siege ends in 16. Let's see if I do. But I have more than enough soldiers now to combat them. They have higher quality soldiers. They have 523 bowmen and 271 mountaineers. So that's about 800 men-at-arms. Meanwhile, I have about 600 men-at-arms. I think that's where the confusion is. Or, yeah, that's why I keep losing. So I don't think I actually want to fight that fight. I'm trying to figure out why I don't have better knights. Yeah, so instead of fighting this fight, while they unsiege that, I should instead go and try and siege something else. Insistence. My granddaughter Diki has been harboring a secret affection for Zappa for some time. However, when she finally confessed her feelings, Zappa responded harshly. Diki still pursues him, ever as doggedly, however. Zappa, is this my son Zappa? So my granddaughter has a crush on my son. Her uncle? Yeah, her youngest uncle. Who's only 2 years older than her. Okay, so she became stubborn. She's currently focusing on diplomacy. Stubborn gives her +3 to stewardship and a small health boost. And that's it. For the positives, she should not let anyone treat her like that, and she becomes vengeful, which hurts diplomacy, so no. Perhaps love is not for her, and she becomes chaste, which does increase her learning by 2, but lowers her fertility. I think I'll let her stay stubborn. If one fails at first, all one can do is try again. Okay, so we've seen this event pop up a bunch of times. My religious leader is so good and so symbolic of the religion that people of that religion are becoming more faithful. A shining example of the triumph of reason over passion. Yep. So he's an example to us all, and the fervor of our religion increases by 10. But I think it's already at 100, so we're fine there. The county of Nima gained religious construction for 5 years, thanks to his learning skill. So temples built in Nima are faster and less expensive. What do we currently have in Nima? We have a city and a temple. Okay, so that's the castle. Where's the city? Oh, I'm over the city. That's why I can't see it. And then we have a temple here. And then, should we have a temple here? No, I think we should have a... I mean, let's build another temple. 2 temples right next to each other. Poor planning, but... we might as well. If I build a temple, it'll cost 360 gold and it will take 4 years to build. If I build a city, 40 more gold and 1 more year. Yeah, it's not really worth it. Yeah, it's not really worth it. We're going to siege this place out. Should I stay here, though? Let my army build up a little more. Because we can definitely build it up higher. Yep, we're up to 1,600. Can we go even higher? Almost 1,700. My wife became my rival because she lashed out in frustration? I don't understand. You might be a Prabhu, Zappa, but you are also a hysterical bastard. The unprovoked anger expressed by my wife came as a complete surprise. She has been under a lot of stress lately, but when asked to explain herself, she only doubled down on the insults. I will give as good as I get. That makes no sense. She is my soulmate and my rival. I don't understand. Does she have any children? She does, Zappa. If I were a younger man, this would not stand. I would kill you. No, I wouldn't kill you because you're my soulmate, but I would find another spouse. I'm a little too old for that, though. I'm 74. Which is impressive for my first character in this playthrough to live to the ripe old age of 74 years old. Not many characters make it this far, even in mid to end game. So to have one make it this far right off the bat is very good. I have a bunch of health boosts. I'm up to 1,600, so let me siege this place. Because I am losing this battle badly. And the ticking war score keeps going up because I hold nothing within the objective. If I lose another battle, I'm going to have to call in... some allies. For now, though, let's just see if we can get away with not having to call anyone in. Gyeltsen can marry. Gyeltsen is intelligent. So let's reset everything and find her an intelligent husband. I remember there were a bunch of those. This guy's 23 now. She's honest, temperate, and gregarious. So if I sort by sum of all skills, he's still number 1. Is there anyone who has something in common with her? If there's not, it's going to be Nachana. Let's see. Honest, temperate, gregarious. I did not see anyone. So it's going to be Nachana. Oh, she has 20 diplomacy. She turned out well, even though it's only a 3-star education trait. But yeah, she can marry Nachana matrilineally so that he'll come to us. And they're both intelligent, so the children will also be intelligent, and they might be geniuses. Excellent. They're now married. Okay, so he was the brother of the master of a camp. Scholars, adventurers. 7 members of his house. He's one of them. But their children will not be part of that house. They'll be part of my house. With currently 25 members. So that's excellent. And then I'm making 1.84 renown per month. The siege is 6 months away from being completed. I can declare war on I would like to do that at some point. Oh, for this piece of land, which is part of Koni. Yeah, it's part of the Duchy of Koni. So I would like to take that. Datadevi is no longer my wet nurse because Zappa came of age. I am proud to see my son no longer as a child but as an adult. A natural administrator from birth, it should be no surprise. Okay, so he's good at... Ooh, he's not just good, he's great. 4-star Midas touched. So he had a stewardship education, so it's 14. Let's see what it looks like. 20. Is he good enough to become my... Yeah, he's my new steward. Okay, sorry, Zenji. Another one of my sons also has a 19. Yeah, Zappa's 20. How old is Zenji? 37. Yeah, Zappa's only 16 years old, so he can be... Although Pungse is a powerful vassal. So should I give the position to him just because he's a powerful vassal? I think I should. What does Pungse hold? Oh, he holds Nima. Should I make a powerful vassal? I think I get a bonus when my powerful vassal, so let's have Pungse be my steward. My other son Zenji loses 20 opinion on me, but that's fine. He's still at 100. I don't think I get anything from that. He just wants to be on the console. That's fine. He is intelligent. I don't think Zenji's intelligent. No, Zenji's just quick. Pungse is 2 years older. And he is... Oh, the hashish is hurting his stewardship. But yeah, he's 23 years older than Zappa. My son Zappa, not my character Zappa. And so, Zappa Jr. And so, maybe when I die, Zappa Jr. here can take over. Because Pungse will probably leave the court. Maybe? I'm not sure. We shall see. Either way, with that taken care of... Oh, these people are attacking me again. The siege is 52 days. I don't think I'm going to make it. So let's go back to my land. I cannot afford to lose another battle. Okay, they are chasing after me. And so I want to defend in a city. These are still hills, so let's go here. Okay, and then while they come to me... Oh, they're not coming to me, so let's chase them down instead. Okay, now they're coming to me. And our numbers are more even. Or let's run away now. I want to keep building up my numbers while keeping these guys from sieging. So I will stay here and wait. This is a river crossing, so if they attack me over this, I should be good. Let's go up here instead. So now this is a war of strategy. My bodyguard's at 100, so I no longer need to sway him. Should I sway my personal champion? What does my console look like? No, let's sway my chancellor. That abandons my previous sway scheme because I can only have one of those ongoing at the same time. Now, is there any way I can stop her from being... I cannot stop her from being my rival. This character is filled with anger and no one is spared. That makes sense because she attacked me. She does whip herself. She's irritable and she's scarred from all the whipping she does of herself. Yeah, the people who whip themselves usually do not live very long, so that's good. After I pass away, my son and player heir probably will not have to deal with his stepmother for very long. She'll probably follow me very quickly. But yeah, let's focus on this war. Right now, it's a war of strategy that's happening. I want them to attack me. I don't want to attack them. I also don't want them to siege, and so I have to make sure to be close enough to them that they're too afraid to siege. A changing mind. My granddaughter Sanya has been asking me for a toy boat for a long time, and I told her I would get one for her in 3 months if she displayed more focus in her studies. She simply waved away my offer, saying she did not really care about that anymore. So she became fickle. +2 diplomacy, -2 to stewardship. She's currently focused on intrigue, so that doesn't help or hurt it. She must focus on the boons she already possesses, makes her content. -1 to intrigue, so that's not good. She could become trusting, which is -2 to intrigue. Now I think fickle doesn't help or hurt. Content hurts. Even though content is a great trait, it's great for anyone except someone focusing on intrigue. It's the only time when it's bad. Or not bad, but the only time it's not great. Yeah, so we will keep her fickle. Changing mind is a healthy mind. Meanwhile, now we are... Can we chase them down now? Let's see if we cannot siege. This is a river, so if they attack us through that, we should have the advantage. Dege won a war against Zedoy. So what happened? Oh yeah, Zedoy used to have this little piece here, so they've gotten smaller. So now let's see if we can siege out this place again, while these guys are losing supplies. Duke Sendro has formed the Kauka hybrid culture from Bodpa and Tuyuhun. Song Gongpo is all the way up here, so I don't have to worry about that. I'm having a mental break. Guilt and shame have been plaguing me as of late. All of my sins, my flaws, my failings. These dark thoughts distract me from my responsibilities and keep me awake at night. I feel like I must do something to put an end to this mental anguish, but what could possibly help? I can confess, and I could become contrite. I can whip myself, which is not good, because I'm 75 years old. That would just expedite my death. I'm not sure that was the right word. So I'll be strong and resist these impulses, and then I have 8 years to get rid of that stress, and if not, I'll have another mental break. So I must stay strong. In 8 years, I'll be 83. So before 83, I have to get back under 100 stress, which is very easy. So we don't have to worry about that for now. Instead, let's look at our console. He's done with control, and now he's back to organizing the army. So now we're only losing 1 gold per month again. If I have him increase control somewhere else, somewhere quick, that would take 15 months. Meanwhile, Kozahoma, because it's at 100 control, they still have a peasant rabble. Okay, Kozahoma, Yenchipin, Garko, Amdo, and Nyanrong. So then if I have him... Okay. I think it's because I'm at war, right? It says offensive war. So as long as I'm at war, that's going to keep getting worse. And it's not going to get better until I am no longer at war. But we are very close to losing this war. So I'm going to have to win this siege. And make it so they no longer control the territory. The war target. I got another learning perk. Open-minded. Different cultures like me more. Cultural acceptance gains 20%. And I can learn 2 additional languages. Minority vassals also like me more. I don't have any of those though. But I can learn 2 extra languages. That's nice. 6 months until the siege ends. I currently speak Tibetan, Magadhi, and Gurjar. If I look at the list of languages, is there anything nearby? I know Magadhi and I know Gurjar. I don't know Shauraseni. But where am I? I'm right here. And so I think it's more important to learn Chaz Turkic. No, because I'm trying to take over Guge here, so it's better to learn its neighboring language, Shauraseni. Okay, so if I try to... Oh, that's hard. How about from... Does he have any adult sons? How about from him? That's easy. Is he the primary heir? He is. So let's learn the language from him. Ooh, that abandons my sway scheme because I can only have 1 personal language. We'll save that for later then. For now, let's focus on sieging this place. Let's see if I have the enemies coming anywhere nearby. We finally have plenary assemblies. And the point of plenary assemblies was to enact crown authority. Yep, I can enact limited crown authority. So now what's he focusing on? Oh, I'm not focusing on anything. So what should I focus on next? Unlocks all tribal era fortification buildings. I don't care about that. Mustering grounds. I can get 2 more men-at-arms regiments. No, I can get 1 more men-at-arms regiments. And my current men-at-arms regiments can get 200 more reinforcements. Economic buildings. Yeah, I think I like mustering grounds. It'll take me 355 years to discover it naturally. 30 years to discover Banis. 345 for city planning. 352 for crop rotation, 358 for Casus Belli. Yeah, so let's go with mustering grounds. Try and get more soldiers. And now from 350 years, it's down to 31 years for me to discover mustering grounds. I still cannot do that. However, now what I can do is I can enact limited crown authority. My vassals like me a little less, but I don't have many of those. But I can change the succession law. And I can finally revoke titles. So it'll cost me 143 prestige. That's very inexpensive. So let's pass limited crown authority. Pass the law. Now I have limited crown authority. And now if I go to the laws of my kingdom, I can change the succession law from confederate partition. I should be able to change it to partition. Why can't I? Okay, now I'm confused. These two don't like me. All powerful vassals must approve in order to change succession law. Okay, so they both must approve. They either have to have a positive opinion of me, be terrified of me, or be imprisoned by anyone. Oh, my dread's gone down to 63. I'm not as terrifying as I used to be, but this guy definitely can die. Am I going to have to kill his whole family too? I really didn't want to do this. Although if I kill him, this guy will no longer be a powerful vassal, I don't think. Maybe? We'll see. We're going to kill him. It's very easy. 42 days per phase, so we only need one scheme phase length agent. Start the scheme. The infiltrator, his wife will join, and that'll take 45 days off, but the minimum allowed is 10. So that'll bring us all the way down. So we don't even need to use her there. We can use her here. She can be the assassin, his own wife. And that's at 91% success chance. Meanwhile, the infiltrator, we only need 31 to be removed, so we can use his own spy master. And there you go. We only need them too. 91% chance of success, 10 days per phase. We start with 4 advantages thanks to my 49 intrigue stat. And so we only need 10 days to be able to execute this. But let's reach the cap for success chance. We'll use a second assassin. And we only need 4 from them. So we can definitely use someone else from his court. If any are available. He's not that likable. His wife and his spy master both hate him and are willing to kill him. Yeah, I cannot find one. Maybe in Thug. Maybe it's not that we need a second assassin. Maybe we can use a Thug. Yep, there you go. His religious leader is willing to be a Thug. Oh, no, she's not. Never mind. I misread that. We only need 4. Well, Chief Perbhu's spy master is willing to get involved, and I will use her as the Thug because then I can throw people off the scent, right? It's his own wife and his own spy master that are willing to kill him, and if someone tries to figure out who was the mastermind behind the scenes, Chief Purbu's spymaster was also involved, so they'll be redirected towards her. But again, that's the roleplay headcanon of why these people are being used. So yeah, in 10 days he's gonna die. Meanwhile, this siege has 5 months left, and then once this guy dies, I can enact a new law. But I'm going to leave it at that for today. Like I said, it's gonna be a short stream just to celebrate Independence Day here in the US. Hopefully everyone has fun on their Independence Day weekend. Stay safe. Be careful with the fireworks. From what I hear, hospitals become very busy the days after Independence Day thanks to fireworks blowing people's fingers off or fireworks accidents. So be careful when you're dealing with fireworks. Enjoy your time, but enjoy it safely. For now, this stream is over. I will see you guys next time, probably on Monday. Thanks for watching. If you missed any of my previous playthroughs, again, you can go to my YouTube channel. I upload all of my streams there. And if you want to know next time I'm going live, my Instagram, give me a follow. I post on my stories whenever I'm going live. Both of those, same tag as my Twitch, @A2Gamer. For now, though, thank you everyone for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you all next time.